Well, hello there. This is Retro Spirits Gaiden, presenting Samurai Spirits. This is on the NEO GEO AES home console. This is the 330 Mega Progress Spec Legend. That is the NEO GEO, and this is the customary warning. I guess everybody's played Samurai Showdown, the original one, and you know it's a sword fighting 1v1 fighting game with Japanese voiceover and falling cherry blossom at the beginning of the game, in which Haomaru, although meditating, will jump up and deliver extreme violence to trees and lanterns in the area. Very well done, Haomaru. Brown. We have brown there, and a red logo. So this is 1993. Not really an early NEO GEO game, kind of mid-gen, I guess. And as you can see from the demo mode, a nice looking game with some lovely animated backgrounds. It's the original sword-based fighting game in my mind. I don't know if that's true. I mean, I suppose you had Barbarian on the Amstrad CPC back in the 80s. That's nowhere near as good as this though, is it? Really? Although you could lop people's heads off in that, I suppose. That was quite fun back in the day, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, but anyway, this game was all over the TV in the 90s. It used to feature quite a lot on things like Games Master and stuff, didn't it? Essentially, you've got a cast of weird and colourful characters fighting to the death with a guy in pyjamas in the background who scores the fight for you. And this game is all about single powerful strikes, dying in and out, getting into the hit zone, delivering your blow, getting out of danger, and avoiding being blown yourself. Avoiding getting a blow yourself. It doesn't matter which way I say that, it doesn't sound right. You have an outrage bar at the bottom. I believe that kind of just makes your attacks more powerful. And or if it does deliver the ability to do a super special move, I've never been able to pull them off. I've owned this game for 20 years. This game is great. I do enjoy the original Samurai Showdown, probably a bit more than the sequel, to be fair. Although the sequel is many people's favourite version. I even owned this on the 3DO, which was also a decent version. It came out on the Mega Drive, came out on the SNES, slightly crappily, I think it has to be said. I'm not sure it came out on any other format apart from 3DO in the era. You can get it on multiple collections, you can get it on NEO GEO Mini. It's readily available to the games players of today if you like what you see. The original AES cart, which I have here, I have the European version of the cart, is very obviously a repurposed Japanese one. They must have made too many in Japan, and they stuck a European sticker over the top of the Japanese sticker. So my cart's got like a double sticker on it, and I can see the sunrise and the Japanese sticker poking out from behind, which is like really weird. Anyway, the game itself I bought in the early 2000s, and it cost me 20 English pounds brand new. I've had this from brand new, which was groovy. And actually, if you want to buy this up until very recently, you'd still only be paying 25 quid. It's gone up a little bit into the 30s, into the £30 bracket. It's well worth a punt if you have a NEO GEO AES to get this game on original hardware. You can see the beautifully detailed backgrounds, you can hear the raucous music, and the gameplay's fun. So what more could you want from a game? Not much more, I would say. So it's well worth the money. This is one of those NEO GEO games which is great and cheap, which is not a combination you get a lot, to be fair. I mean, most NEO GEO games are kind of great and expensive, or middling and expensive, or cheap and crap. But this one happens to be cheap and great. Wan Fu was always my go-to character back in the day on this. I do like Haomaru and I do like Genan, but Wan Fu, I used to boss this game with this dude. He has got some crazy ass moves. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show these skills off to you today, but essentially, if you abuse that move, where he's like launching his sword, possibly the strong version of that move, you'll basically destroy most characters in very few hits. He's got a nice dragon punch as well. I'd say the only downside of this game, really visually, is probably the animation isn't as slick as you'd expect from a NEO GEO game. Some of it's a bit stilted, but it's acceptable and the character designs are nice. This is probably my least favourite background out of all the backgrounds in this game. Yeah, it's just a bit brown, a bit flat looking. And I guess it's because they're trying to show a stage, so it's like you're in a kabuki theatre. So it does look a bit flat, but I think that's by design, rather than just being badly drawn. There's a bonus round in this game, and you get to slice up corn sort of mannequin things, which is a laugh. And the final boss is a pain in the ass. You can play the final boss in Samurai Showdown 3, I believe, and he's nowhere near as hard as he is in this game. So yeah, I heartily recommend this game to anybody who wants to play a fat dude with a skirt and a giant sword, because all your dreams will come true. Alright then, that's Samurai Showdown. A lovely, lovely, lovely NEO GEO game, and recommended to fighting game fans, NEO GEO owners, and people with very little money, because it's cheap. It's cheap, isn't it? But anyway, you can pick it up on compilations, so I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about buying the AES version. Download a ROM. No, don't do that. Support your local importer and buy a copy of this from your local importer. As a collector's piece as well, before we move on, the front cover's pretty good on this game as well, and it looks nice on your shelf. How about that? See? A ROM doesn't do that for you, does it? Hey? Doesn't look nice on your shelf? This will though. Oh, and NEO GEO carts are massive as well. They're very substantial. You feel like you're getting something for your money with a NEO GEO cart. With a ROM, yeah, it's nothing, is it? Alright then, ta-ra!